Behind. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. A first throw for the backup Griffin. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much. Got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To return is McKenzie. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain it. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast prepared for this, and he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll let it go deep for... It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 56 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the option, here's Griffin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Dancing to, now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And Charles, very interested to get a look and see what we have in this young quarterback. Drafted back in April.
He's a guy that impressed me. I watched a lot of tape of him in the lead up to the draft. Got a chance to meet him briefly at the Combine. And here are the bullet points of what I have as an evaluation for him. Think he's a leader, got a presence to him. We saw he motivated his team in college. Far from polished on the con side, okay? Decision-making, that needs to improve. A little bit quicker in his reads and his feet. Sometimes he can get a little bit happy. But I do think he's got a chance to be a quality number 2 to start this season and a chance to be an NFL starter down the road.
And this is caught. On. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the route is on here in this first half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. McKenzie now to return it. And now running right through him. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Stephen Hauschka.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime in our first. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Okay, I wish I could say this from experience, but I have talked to people about this. When you've had a big return for a touchdown, the hardest thing to do the rest of the game is to make good decisions, because after you've gotten one, you expect to get another one. In this case, he needed to tamp back the enthusiasm a little bit.
Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll set up a throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got a man complete. And almost 37.
The pass.
It's a big play for the Bills on third down. 52 yards. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Robert Foster, 37 yards. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught at the 8.
The conversion is...
And he will take it to the goal line as his try